With Dragon Ball Super Manga Chapter number 51 now officially in the history books, Dragon Ball Super Manga Chapter number 51 had not only informed us on various different things in the fact that number one, we have a time jump, and that being it took Vegeta over 1 week to finally get to planet Yardrad. Goku is looking to master the Ultra Instinct technique in the manga by training with Merus, and 3 of the original bandits that we've seen at the beginning of the Galactic Patrol Prisoner arc are now officially heading towards Earth, and with Moro continuously getting stronger and seemingly younger as his appearance is beginning to change each and every single time he begins to consume the life energy of not only the planet that he's currently on, but everything that's organically living on that planet as well. The question lingers, how strong is Moro going to be when both Goku and Vegeta finally end up battling Moro towards the end of this arc once they end up completing their tasks, in Vegeta not only completing his mission on planet Yardrad, but Goku also training with Merus as well. As once more before we begin, if you are new to this channel and have a love and passion for both anime and Dragon Ball, then be sure to go on ahead and punch that subscribe button and turn on all notifications to never miss a single upload, as well as if you love Dragon Ball and are excited for the upcoming manga chapter in the future, as well as much more from the Dragon Ball franchise, then be sure to go on ahead and slap a like down below and give this video a big thumbs up, as right off the bat, Dragon Ball Super Manga Chapter number 51 introduces the potential concept and idea of having the other Z fighters be more or less involved in the battle against the bandits once they arrive on Earth. So we do understand that the 3 criminals that are going to be going to Earth primarily care more about stealing and furthering their own wealth as opposed to serving Moro in a sense. So having to fight against them I think really wouldn't be problematic, as I do see a potential scenario of having other characters such as Goten, Trunks, Krillin, Tien, anyone outside of Piccolo, Gohan, and Android 17 having to deal with these individuals, and that is something that the Dragon Ball Super manga could end up catering towards in giving us something outside of Gohan, Piccolo, and 17, and ultimately cater to those that do want to see Goten and Trunks and some of the other individuals more or less involved in this scenario. There is that chance that Piccolo, Gohan, and perhaps 17 could get involved, but even then, against Piccolo, Gohan, and 17, these 3 individuals are literal fodder, so unless they plan on introducing the other convicts that are currently with Moro right now, then that could end up being a scenario to where we get to see the Z fighters more or less involved against the same individuals that battled against the Daikaioshin, Goku, and Vegeta on New Planet Namek. So that would give Gohan, 17, Piccolo, 18, Krillin, Roshi, Goten, Trunks, even if they decide to fuse into Gotenks, more relevancy in the manga in seeing them hold down planet Earth while Goku, the Daikaioshin, Majin Buu, and Vegeta are dealing with Moro elsewhere. Now, for the solution in taking down Moro and having to be the final fight, I don't see the concept of Goku and Vegeta fusing again, or even having Beerus or Broly more or less involved in this arc, for the sole purpose of what we're getting right now, with Goku wanting to master Ultra Instinct, in which yesterday we ended up doing a video covering the premise of the concept of Goku having to use Ultra Instinct to battle against Moro with. So again, if of course somehow you guys missed out on that video, you guys can find that video on my channel, or the link will be located directly down below, to where we know that Ultra Instinct is a technique in the manga in comparison to the anime, where in the anime it would appear that Ultra Instinct is a state that even transcends the gods, and that would appear to be a level, so more or less like a transformation per se, and we know that's not the case in the manga. So if they end up going in this direction to where Goku ends up using the Ultra Instinct Omen stage, or even masters Ultra Instinct, in my opinion, I think that in some way, shape, or form, it still might not be enough, given the fact that Goku could end up burning right through this, as we've seen with Jiren, and that would make him vulnerable and susceptible to Moro stealing his energy if that were to be the case, which is why I think that Goku needs Vegeta and Vegeta needs Goku. Either way, with Vegeta coming back from Yardrad, he's bound to learn a technique and ability that's going to further aid him in this fight in having to completely avoid Moro's tactics in stealing his energy. But when going back to Earth, I don't see Moro having to go to Earth unless he knows that Goku and Vegeta do hail from that planet, and the planet itself has a lot of energy to offer. Keep in mind, in the recent manga, Moro specifically wants to go to certain planets with very high energy levels. So of course, with Earth having to be overpopulated with humans that have a lot of essential life force, this could be the holy grail that Moro had been looking for in not only taking everybody's life energy, including the energy of the planet itself, but also gaining such power to where he would be exponentially more powerful than how he is right now. So in some way, shape, or form, unless Moro goes to Earth, only then are we going to see a concept such as Piccolo and Gohan, 17, 18, and everybody fight to defend their planet. But unless Moro doesn't go to the planet itself with his convicts, then I don't see any of the Z fighters having to be directly involved against him, especially when looking at the overall narrative with Goku and Vegeta, being that this entire thing is leading towards their conclusive story in having to not only find themselves in getting stronger and learning new abilities, but also putting an end to Moro's reign in either apprehending him or killing him by the end of this arc. So when going back to Goku, there's no doubt in my mind that I think Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku can essentially get the job done against Moro, but I don't think it's going to be as easy as people want to make it out to be. Is Moro stronger in terms of raw power compared to Jiren and Broly? Probably not. In my opinion, I think if we had Jiren or Broly in this scenario, they would completely smash Moro into the dirt, if being left at all. So, with those characters having to be removed, and the pragmatics of Beerus not having to be involved in this manga, all we really have left are the Daikaioshin with Majin Buu, Goku, and Vegeta. And by no means is this any sort of indication that Vegeta is going to get Ultra Instinct, and if you do end up hearing any rumor of Vegeta gaining Ultra Instinct to fight against Moro is an absolute lie, because there's nothing in this manga that even hints towards Vegeta wanting Ultra Instinct or learning Ultra Instinct. So with him having to go to Yardrat to learn a specific ability that could ultimately counter Moro's magic, because Vegeta wants to fight Moro without having the restriction of his power being taken from him and without any of the hacks that he's been coming across in Dragon Ball Super, to where Vegeta straight up wants to have a one-on-one fight without any of the additional BS having to be included in any of the fights that he partakes in. So what I'm guessing Vegeta might end up learning here is an ability that perhaps either halts Moro's magic in having to be a direct influence on him in taking his power, or Vegeta somehow figures out a way how to take Moro's very energy away from him and having him regress back into the older Moro rather than remaining in his younger state, to where he's stronger, he's bigger, and he poses more of a threat. So maybe Vegeta has an ability in mind to where he's able to regress Moro back in age and power in making him weaker as he's able to take this, either opening the doors for Goku to finish the job or vice versa. Now in terms of what we may potentially get in Goku having to train with Merus in further unlocking Ultra Instinct, I made it very clear in my Dragon Ball Super manga chapter number 51 review that I strongly disagreed with Merus having to be on such a comparative level to post TLP, post Dragon Ball Super Broly Goku, to where his forms are not only stronger, but Goku as a whole is a lot more powerful than how he was initially, just coming off of the Broly movie and having to gain Zenkais and having to increase his ability to not only be more of a sharpened fighter, but also very powerful when compared to the older versions of himself in Dragon Ball Super. And with Merus having to come out of the blue and simply keeping up with Super Saiyan 3 Goku following all of these events, do I think is a dumb concept and idea, because this whole time you had this one galactic space cop roam around within Universe 7, and you're going to sit there and tell me that he never took it upon himself once to arrest Frieza and stop the Frieza Force from further destroying the universe? And not only that, but going as far as to aid Goku and Vegeta in having Kid Buu destroy literally everything during the time of Dragon Ball Z, which pretty much goes to show that Merus could have probably single-handedly beat everybody from Dragon Ball Z, but that's neither here or there. If Merus is going to be the one to teach Goku how to dodge instantaneously and more or less sharpen his skills as a warrior, I'm okay with that, but I disagree with the overall scaling in Merus having to be comparable to Super Saiyan 3 Goku, even pushing Goku in using Super Saiyan God before Jocko had to tell Goku, if you keep this up, you're going to destroy the entire ship. So with that being said, I do also think that Merus is going to play a bigger role than what we think right now in this battle against Moro, being that he's a very skilled cop, and although that's a good thing, there's still something about him that he hasn't showcased yet, and by no means does this mean that he's related to an angel or if he's a god of destruction. I've seen many people talk about that before, and that really couldn't be further from the truth. Even though I don't think that Moro is physically as strong as Goku, his skills are definitely something that Goku needs to pick up on, especially if he wants Merus to help him learn Ultra Instinct. Even though I think that Goku should go off with Whis, I think Goku's ultimate teacher at this point in time in Dragon Ball Super, the best teacher he could have is probably Whis, being that Whis would know of things that Goku does not. But by the end, the question is, how are they going to stop Moro? It's been confirmed that even right now, if they were to fight Moro at their max, they still can't beat him. So what does this mean going forward? Are we going to see Goku finally master Ultra Instinct? Is he going to be able to use this technique at will? And when looking at the overall narrative, who do you guys think is going to be the one to put Moro down? I want to get your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you all so much for watching, guys. Once more, if you guys are new to this channel, don't forget to go ahead and smash that subscribe button and turn on all notifications to never miss a single upload. If you guys cannot wait for the upcoming manga chapter, then give this video a big fat like by slapping that thumbs up button, guys. Also, if of course you guys are not following me on Twitter, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, all links will be located down below. I think by the end of this, Moro isn't going to be apprehended. I don't see him going back in jail unless somehow they take away his magic, he goes back to his older form, and he's more vulnerable, I think. But by the end, I can see them killing Moro off, because you cannot have a person like this roam around and be locked up again, because you'll never know in 10 million years from now if he's going to do the exact same thing and break free and rampaging throughout the universe in not only destroying every life form, but getting stronger along the way. So again, I want to get your thoughts down below. Thank you all so much for watching, guys. Once more, tune back in for more, and I'll be seeing each and every single one of you guys down in the comment section below. Have a great day, everybody. Peace!
This is the Galactic Emperor of the Universe, and of course I'm here to tell you to subscribe to UnrealEntGaming.
Also follow UnrealEntGaming on these social media platforms to stay connected at all times. And if you don't, then very soon you will all be dead! Oh, did someone say UnrealEntGaming? Oh my god.
The fuck's up? Put on some clothes!
Well, why don't you put on any clothes?
What? I don't need clothes. Jesus Christ, that's huge! What, Broly?
Frieza.
Uh-oh.
Prepare to die!